Hi children, this is Venkatamna. Today's class, 10th class physical science. Now, before going to our topic or before going to our lesson, now let us discuss a few examples where we are going to use this topic. Have you come across usage of acids in our daily life? Where we will use acids in our daily life? Generally, whether we will use acids in our daily life or not? Yes, we will use acids in daily life. Where we will use acids in our daily life? For cleaning the washrooms. Generally, we will use the washroom. For cleaning the washrooms, we will use acids. And also, we will use acids by goldsmith to melt the gold and to manufacture to prepare the gold ornaments. And also, if those who are perfect in biology or those who are perfect in natural science come to know that in our stomach a daily what we call hydrochloric acids will going on secret, means it will release that acid will going on act on our food which we will take in the process of intake, and as a result that food will digest and we can able to what we call get energy. That food will break into the glucose and what we call enzymes. As a result, we can able to get this energy. That means daily there will be usage of acids in our daily life, knowingly or unknowingly. Knowingly or unknowingly, we will going on use these acids in our daily life. Now, what is an acid? What are the properties of acids? How acids are prepared in laboratory, or how acids are generally, what are the physical properties of acids, what are the physical properties of acids and the chemical properties of acids, whether that acids are useful in our daily life or not, that we are going to learn in our lesson, which will call it as acids, bases and salts. Which lesson you are going to, which topic you are going to discuss now? Acids, bases and salts. Acids, bases and salts. In that way, we are going to discuss regarding this unit known as acids, bases and salts. Now, in your lower sections, in your 9th class and in your what we call 7th class, you had a little bit idea about this. You come across this acids, bases and salts concepts. Now, there we discussed that acids in our many food materials or in our many fruits which we eat, they consist of acids which are sour in taste. So let us discuss now what are acids. Now acids, the physical properties of acids generally we will discuss now. Acids are sour in taste. They have which taste? Acids. Physical properties we are going to discuss now. Physical properties of acids. Their taste is sour in taste. They give burning sensation. When they fall on our burning sense, it will give. Burning sensation they will give when they fall on our skin. Now, we have many materials in our life which we will use which are sour in taste. Does all that food materials consist of acids, or they may consist, they may not consist? Now, how come we know that they consist acids or not? How come we know that they consist that they doesn't consist acids even though they are sour in taste? How we can able to do? How we can able to know? With the help of indicators. So before going to indicators, note the physical properties: sour in taste, burning sensation they will do. Mostly acids are colorless. These are the physical properties. Now what about chemical properties? Chemical properties we can able to discuss what we call when you know about clearly how the acids are prepared. Now they turn blue litmus paper to red. blue litmus to red, and phenolphthalein color to colorless, phenolphthalein colorless to colorless only. It won't change the color of, it won't give any color for this phenolphthalein color indicator. And for methyl orange indicator also, for methyl orange indicator also, it will change to red. And if you take what we called any natural indicator, what are this one? These are chemical indicators. Of course, these can be made up of naturally also. So what are this one? These are indicators. What are indicators? Substances whose color will change. Substances whose color will change when they made to react with acids or bases or salts. So these are the general physical properties of acids. They are sour in taste. They will give burning sensation when they fall on our skin, and they're mostly colorless in a neutral solution. In a what do you call, in a distilled water only, they will be colorless, and they are almost all these are aqueous solutions. What is the meaning of aqueous solution? They're made up of water, consists of water, or they are mixture of water. They are known as aqueous solutions. So they will turn blue litmus to red, phenolphthalein colorless to colorless only, methyl orange color to red, and some olfactory indicators are there. These are natural indicators. So now, how come we know that what we call they turn blue litmus to red? Because of blue litmus, because of phenolphthalein, because of methyl orange indicator. What are all these? They are indicators. So like this, we have an idea regarding acids. Now, what about bases? Bases physical properties. So where we can able to observe these bases, and we can able to see these bases that you have seen. Bases are bitter in taste, mostly bitter in taste, and they are soapy to touch. Or slippery to touch. That means when you touch the bases, and if you going on try to wash our hands, they will be slippery in touch. Slippery to touch, and they will convert red litmus to blue litmus. And phenolphthalein color to colorless to pink. It will change phenolphthalein colorless to pink, and they can also change methyl orange color to yellow. Yellow, beautiful. In that way, these are the bases. So what are bases simply? Which have what we call bitter in taste, which are soapy in touch, or they are slippery in touch, and which will change the red litmus to blue litmus color, and which can change phenolphthalein colorless to color pink, and which can change methyl orange color to yellow color. So like this, these we have acids and bases. Salts are generally neutral. Now we are discussing regarding salts. They are neutral. They will enhance the taste. Enhance means increase the taste. Enhance the taste. Increase the taste. Without the salts, we can't imagine what to call any curries. and they are neutral, means no color change, no color change of indicators, of indicators. Like this we have just what you call summary of a little bit what you call points regarding the what we are going to learn. So what are acids and how you can able to identify these are acids, what are bases and what are salts. So what are these blue litmus paper, phenolphthalein indicator and what you call methyl orange indicator? All these are indicators. All that are indicators. So what are that indicators? Indicators mean substances which will change, whose color will change when they are made to react with acids, bases and salts. When they are made to react with acids, bases and salts. So generally we have mainly three types of indicators are there. Mainly three types of indicators. Number one, natural indicators. Number two, synthetic indicators. Number three, olfactory indicators. So how many types of indicators are there? Three types. Number one, natural indicators. Number two, synthetic indicators or artificial indicators. Number three, olfactory indicators. So what are natural indicators? What are natural indicators? Natural indicators are turmeric paste or simply turmeric paste, which can change its color in acids, in bases and neutral in salts. Generally it will change its color to blue in bases and so it's red in bases and bluish green in acids. Bluish green in acids. Now turmeric paste and extract of red cabbage. Extract of red cabbage. That means from red cabbage, if you extract the little bit what we call juice, that will also act as natural indicator. Natural indicator. And a litmus solution. Litmus solution, which will be extracted from the lichen plant. Which will be extracted from the lichen plant. Now indicators we are discussing. Indicators. Indicators. How many types of indicators are there? Mainly three types. Number one, natural indicator. Natural indicator. Number two, synthetic indicator. Synthetic indicator. Number three, olfactory indicator. Olfactory indicator. Now what are natural indicators we have? Example, turmeric solution, turmeric paste or turmeric solution, litmus solution, litmus solution, litmus solution. Generally its color is green in color, which can change its color to purple in neutral solution, in neutral water and neutral solution. And again in acids, depending upon which litmus, it will change its color. So turmeric solution, litmus solution, and also extract of red cabbage. Extract of red cabbage. Extract of red cabbage. And extract of hibiscus. Extract of hibiscus. So like this, these are all are natural indicator, which can change their colors in acids, bases and salts. So what are natural indicators? Naturally available indicators. They will have their own color. Their color will change in acids, in bases and in salts differently. They are known as natural indicators. What are they? Turmeric paste, litmus solution, which will be extracted from the lichen plant, and the extract of red cabbage, and also you can able to tell that like this, these are the what you call hibiscus, extract of hibiscus plant, which will call it as a let's say red red corn, red horn, we can able to tell that one. So all these are what we call horn silver, you can able to tell that one. They are known as natural indicators. Turmeric generally, it will change, it will have a yellow color. Yellow color will change to red in bases, bluish green in acids. Bluish green in acids. Litmus solution color will be generally green color, which can change its color to purple in acids. And the extract of red cabbage will be what do you call? It can its color is red only, and its color won't change in acids. Its color will change to blue in bases. In neutral, it will be neutral only. No color change will be takes place. In that way, we have natural indicators. Even what we called extract of this lichen plant will be available in the form of a paper. If you convert into paper, we get paper. There are known as blue litmus paper, red litmus paper. Whereas blue litmus paper can change its color to red in acids, red litmus paper won't change its color in acids. Blue litmus paper can able to change its color to red in acids. Red litmus paper color will be it's red color only in acids. Whereas red litmus paper can change its color to blue in bases, whereas its color will be blue only in what to say acid. Sorry, blue color will change to red by acids. Red color will be changed by blue to red color will change blue to blue in bases. So like that we have what we call litmus paper also available from the litmus solutions. So they will also come under natural indicators. Now some synthetic indicators are there, or chemical indicators. Chemical indicators. Now what are chemical indicators? Phenolphthalein, methyl orange. Phenolphthalein or methyl orange. Phenolphthalein or methyl orange. Both are chemical indicators. Phenolphthalein is a colorless. It will be colorless only in acids, whereas its color will be pink in bases. Methyl orange color will be orange only, as its name reflects, its color is orange only. In acids, its color will change to red. In bases, its color will change to yellow. So like that we have chemical indicators or synthetic indicators. Now olfactory indicators. What are olfactory indicators? Generally these olfactory indicators are the indicators whose color doesn't changes, but whose odor, whose smell will change. Whose smell will change when they made to react with acids or bases and salts. Like if you take an onion and if you chop into fine pieces, and all that chopped onion pieces we had to tie to a one paper and cloth. That cloth you had to wrap up to a one cover, and that cover you have to place in a fridge overnight. And the next day you take out that cloth, remove the onions and take out that cloth and cut into 3 pieces. And place one what you call piece of that cloth in watch glass. And one you made to react with acid, second one you made to react with base, and third one you made to react with salt. In acids, its color won't change. Sorry, its smell won't change. Onion smell will be generally unpleasant to smell. Its smell won't increase or decrease. It will be like that one. In base, its odor will increase. In base, its odor will increase. In salt also, its odor won't change. In that way, we have a olfactory indicators. Olfactory indicators whose smell will change when they made to react with acids, bases and salts. Example of olfactory indicators are onion cloth, vanilla essence, which generally will give a vanilla flavor in ice creams, and also clove oil, lavangapu noone, clove oil. Like that we have indicators. We have indicators. How many types of indicators are there? Natural, synthetic, and olfactory indicators. Natural indicators examples are turmeric, litmus solution, extract of red cabbage, extract of hibiscus. Synthetic indicators are nothing but chemical indicators. Example of them, methyl orange indicator, phenolphthalein indicator. Olfactory indicators means whose smell will change, whose odor will change when they are made to react with acids, bases and salts. Example, onion cloth, onions wrapped cloth, and vanilla essence and clove oil. In that way, we have a little bit idea regarding our topic, that which will call it as acids, bases and salts. In this session, we discuss regarding just physical properties of acids and physical properties of bases and what are different types of indicators. In next session, we will go elaborately can discuss what are acids, how the preparation of acids will take place, what are the physical properties and what are the chemical properties of acids. Thank you.